Yep. So it is now 8:55 p.m. on Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. There continues to be no warm water whatsoever to this tap or any of the taps in this unit. This water is cold. It's cold. I can leave my hand under it for moment after moment after moment after moment after moment because it's cold. It's not even remotely warm. Hold on. Let me turn on the light here so you can see that the hot water is not even remotely warm. You can do this by placing your hand under what should be very hot water to the hot water tap. So this is the cold water tap, all right? This is ice cold water. So this is like really cold. Shut it off. This is the hot water tap. There's no hot water coming out from this tap. It's not even warm. It's the same exact temperature as the cold water. I'm trying to wash a pan that has eggs and grease in it. I can't even wash that. So that is verifiably the hot water knob. It is turned to maximum volume and pressure. According to the Greenville Group's maintenance manager, who I spoke with at 6:45 this evening, they have an electric heater hooked up to the water system for this building that, according to him, has a capacity to heat 200 gallons of water at a time. Not only is it not heating 200 gallons of water at a time, it's not heating even 1 gallon of water because this water is cold. If this water was even remotely close to the temperature that it should be, which is well over 90 degrees for hot water only because the cold water tap is off, I would not be able to leave my hand under this water for more than 15, 20 seconds at the most if the hot water is actually hot and not barely warm, lukewarm, or cold as this water is. This water is not even barely warm. It is cold. And it is so cold that I can just leave my hand under here without getting burned, without getting uncomfortable. I can run the water over my forearm, which is one of the most sensitive parts of your skin that can be exposed, and it's not causing any kind of discomfort. It's also not doing anything to rinse out the grease from the pan that I'm trying to wash right now. And as I am running this water, it is getting literally colder and colder. So that's a hot water knob right there. Just to prove that I'm not mixing up the knobs and deliberately running the cold water, I'm going to now shut this knob completely off, turn this one on, and do the exact same thing. Because if for some reason I accidentally mixed up the hot and cold water knobs, which obviously I'm not doing, I would also not be able to run any kind of warm water or hot water on my forearm, which is once again the most sensitive part of my body, right, that I can actually expose with constant running water of an uncomfortable temperature. This is getting a little cold now because this is a cold water knob. But it's a lot easier to tolerate excessive amounts of cold water than it is excessive amounts of hot water. And that is the point I'm trying to make right now. There is no hot water to this tap. There is no warm water to this tap because running the warm water over a sensitive part of your skin, as demonstrated on this video, would cause some discomfort within a few minutes. There is no discomfort to either of these knobs right now being used exclusively and solely by themselves because the water to both of the knobs is the same exact temperature, regardless of whether it's supposed to be hot or cold. So I just left a voicemail for the Greenville Group 2 minutes ago, letting them know that in spite of their maintenance manager's claims that they are wiring a temporary electric heater to the water system to this building tonight, and that it has the capacity to heat 200 gallons of water, there's not even 1 gallon of warm water coming out of this tap at all. This is not warm. This is not even lukewarm. This is cold once again. And it is so not warm that I can comfortably run the water on my forearm, which once again is one of the most sensitive, exposable body parts that you can run water on without incurring any discomfort that would naturally and logically result from water being a little too warm or even warm. This is not warm. You cannot shower in this water. I have an adrenal condition that causes sudden shock under normal circumstances. For instance, being blasted by extreme amounts of icy cold water which prevents me from being able to take a cold shower, which I would have to do in order to be clean for my appointment tomorrow morning, which is an important professional engagement that I've had for weeks. And the Greenville Group lie, and they say they fixed the problem. They have not. So they're going to have to pay for my hotel stay tonight, because in order to make my professional appointment tomorrow morning, I can't use that water, which is cold. It is now 9 p.m. and I have done exactly what the maintenance manager told me to do 2.5 hours ago, which is to turn off all the taps and not run the water. The water has been off for 2 hours. There's also nobody else on this floor right now. So he claimed that other people using the bathrooms in the common areas would decrease the amount of hot water, the 200 gallons that he mythically referred to that are not being heated right now by anything because that water is totally cold. So if there were actually people using the common bathrooms, you would actually notice it. There's nobody here. There is absolutely nobody using any of the bathrooms right now. If there was people using these bathrooms, yeah, this water is cold too. And that's the warm water knob right here. This is warm. This is cold. Again, same temperature. There's no hot water at all coming out of any of these taps. So they're going to pay for my hotel stay tonight because I have a professional engagement in the morning that they're preventing me from being able to attend due to their failure and refusal to provide any kind of functioning warm water to any of the taps in this floor. Yeah, this water is barely lukewarm. Barely lukewarm. This is the hot water knob. Once again, the hot water knob is always on the left in this building and in most knobs, I guess most taps. Okay, it's hitting my forearm. It is so not hot that I can just run it over my forearm for minute after minute after minute. And it's getting colder as I'm running it, which means they don't actually have a functioning water heater hooked up to the water supply to this floor, if not the building. Otherwise, the water would stay warm for more than like 20 seconds as I am running it over my forearm. So this is pursuant to 3 voicemails that I've left for the Greenville Group office this evening between 5:30 p.m. and now. And I also spoke with their maintenance manager this evening at 6:45, and he assured me, once again, I'm going to verbally directly quote what he said. Oh, we have the water system hooked up to a temporary electric heater that has a 200-gallon capacity. Shut the hot water off and let it warm up, and you're going to see that it's going to be running hot water later in the evening. He's like, give it a couple of hours to heat up. Well, it is now 9 p.m. and there is absolutely no warmth to the water coming out of any of the knobs, not just in this unit, but in the common bathrooms down the hall. So they lie. They just make up stories to cover their ass because they're negligent, incompetent criminal slumlords who can't provide functioning hot water to an entire building for 8 days. This is now going on to the 8th day. This started happening last Wednesday, May 7th. We are now Wednesday night, almost into Thursday, May 15th. Still no hot water. So I already have a hotel picked out. I'm just going to take an Uber and charge the Greenville Group.